I think it's also like very authentic when like you go to the country you don't know that much about the language, and then you're
Yeah.
meeting people and they help you out, they teach you Japanese,
Yeah.
and you learn words
Yeah.
through context. Like, oh, I
Right.
remember this word. It was like because I was hanging out with these people and they use this word or something, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But then I feel like um, so a lot of the people in learning the Japanese learning community, they're not actually in Japan, right? And
Right.
they're going hardcore at Japanese.
Right.
So like by the time they go to Japan, it's like they already know everything. So like
Yeah.
Japanese people, I feel like they wouldn't. It would be like almost like more difficult for that sort of like serendipitous exchange. Because
Right.
the Japanese people are like, oh, do you know this? And I'm like, yeah, I know that. It's like, oh, like, do you know there's this one place? Yeah, I do. Actually, the story behind that is people will be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Like chill, chill.
Yeah, yeah,
How could you do that to me? I was waiting
Yeah.
my entire life to tell
Yeah.
the foreigner I met that.
yeah,
Oh man. Yeah, but those serendipitous exchanges really kind of make like the learning experience, I guess. Like if you like are able to go and experience that, it
Yeah.
kind of really elevate it. It kind of just goes along the same like vibes as kind of you're watching a show and you like take a word from like a specific scene or you like
Yeah.
really remember it. It's like a kind of
Well, I feel like it's
in your
even
head.
more pressure because like
Mhm.
when you're watching the show, you're at home and chilling, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then I
yeah.
remember like when I was in Japan and
Mhm.
like if I was like hanging out with like the the girl I was going out with, and then she would say
Yeah.
something to me in Japanese, and if I
Uh-huh.
didn't know what she said, like I heard every word, but I didn't understand
Yeah.
what she said. It
Yeah.
was just I would be like there would be so much like disarray in my brain, like holy shit, what the hell did she just say?
Yeah.
And I feel like because there's that
Mhm.
that I was able to understand it like really fast.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like for me too, it's like whenever I got into that situation, I felt so bothered. Like,
Yeah.
I felt like there's something
Yeah.
missing here, and until I find out what that is,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I think we talked about it with Ben, but I listened to
Yeah.
this. I read this book, and also like there's this podcast that were talking about it. But
yeah,
it was like basically the adult brain is possible to be plastic like a child, but only in circumstances where there's a lot of pressure. So like if somebody moves to a new country, there's like a lot of pressure.
right.
To like your brain has a lot of like pressure and anxiety, and then
Yeah.
it becomes plastic to adapt, right?
Yeah,
But I feel like
yeah,
if you're
for
just
sure.
watching content, it's like hard because you almost just feel like, oh, it's okay if I don't understand this.
True, true.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's definitely not okay if you don't understand it in Japan. And if you're going out with like a girl and she says something and you don't understand, that's like not okay at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the relationships at stake every single sentence.
Yeah.
Not even like every single day, every single
Yeah.
sentence, down to the word. Yeah, I mean, and like for me, I'd spent so much time with my host family, right? Like I was like super, I'm like still really, really close to them, and
Yeah.
we would do so much together. But every single time, I was like, oh my god, like if I don't know this, it just keeps coming up, like. What am I gonna do?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like I'm spending the majority of the time, like 90% of the time, immersed in Japanese, and if it's like this word or like even if it even comes up once, right? And that like we're having an experience, we're having fun, and they say this, and I'm like, hold on one second,
Yeah.
like
It's
wait a
like
minute.
and if you don't figure it out, it's like when you go to bed, you're still thinking about that word.
Yeah.
It's like you have
Well,
nightmares.
yeah. No, actually, though,
Yeah.
I feel like usually like context kind of comes through, right, in the clutch
Yeah.
when you kind of like once you've gotten to like a point where you just immerse so much, and like I feel like I guess for me too, I was really feeling that kind of plastic state where there was so much pressure. Like if I
Yeah.
didn't, I was just if I didn't know anything, there was like it could be potentially a problem, you know? Like,
Yeah.
like imagine they're talking about something important, like serious, and I'm
Yeah.
like, ha 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 ha, good one. Like,
Yeah. I mean, that's why if you worked in a Japanese company, your Japanese would just
Yeah.
get so good so fast, right?
yeah, yeah,
Like there was this one guy Matt interviewed. I think the interview's not up anymore, but He was like
Right.
the salary man, and he was like really good, like especially with all the kego and stuff.
Right.
Because it's like your job is at stake, and
Yeah.
your income is at stake.
Yeah. You're just
Yeah.
you're screwed.